said, we're highly collaborative. We collaborate with almost everybody. 2 groups in the world on this planet that we don't collaborate with. And we started collaborating with them, but they showed us that they were not up to the task. They didn't have the ethics that we require in our partners. One of those is a group in Seville. It's the Brain Cure Group. And I will talk to any of you personally about that situation. But what I have known about that group for maybe the last 4 or 5 years is that their science is very weak. Most of it has not been subjected to peer review, so nobody's checking what they're saying. Most of it has not been subjected to peer review. And that's all troubling to me, but the thing that pushed me to speak to you today is that I learned just maybe a month and a half ago that they are now in a for-profit model and are charging 10,000 euros, 10,500 euros for their, quote, service. And I think that they have failed on the test of rigor and peer review, objective data review. They have failed on the conflict of interest because the person who's running that organization is financially gaining. At least that's what it looks like. He's an owner of the company, and the company makes a profit, and those profits, I imagine, go to the owners of the company. And there's no evidence for the claims that are being made. So there's a claim of remarkable improvement in the health of a person with one of the NBIA disorders, and that may be true, but it's never been shared with the scientific community for any kind of critical evaluation. And so these are the ways that we come to understand what's true, is that Susie publishes and I look at it and say, wow, that is really, there's 7 layers of evidence for the thing that she's claiming. Or Paul reads my paper and says, you can't conclude that because here's a different way to interpret the results that you're putting forward. And I have to go back and say, yeah, actually, you're right. I didn't think of that. Here's some experiments we're going to do, and let's see where we land. We open ourselves to peer review, and the group in Seville is not doing that. I have a problem with the ethics, but when it reaches a stage of financial gain, I think it needs to be talked about.